Hello? Hello? Hmm. Uh, I can't hear anything from your mic. Hmm? Hmm?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
One sec, one sec.
Yeah.
I have to change my shirt. I'm good too. I just lost the game though. It was really shitty.
Yeah, I saw it on
Did you watch it?
I
Here's
watched
the
it on
stream.
Kess's stream, yeah.
Fucking drown it. Also
Yeah, I
like
saw it like
AFK as fuck.
yeah, I
Dude.
saw it like he got like tower dived all the time. He can't really do anything like I don't think draw mid is very
It's
good.
stupid.
Yeah.
This fucking Sky did so much damage to me. I don't know. The bounty was sitting on my dick all game too. It's just so stupid. Whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen today, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So okay, first of all, let's make a folder for you, okay?
All right.
Let's go. What's your name?
My name is Jacob. But
Jacob. Okay,
yeah,
should I use something else, like your nick or something, or
yeah,
just
yeah. You can use Bearcat as a
Bearcat?
nickname. Yeah.
Okay, Bearcat. Alright, so tell me about yourself.
All right. So my name is Jacob. I've been playing Dota since November 2014, and like I got into Dota because my sister's boyfriend he was like a commentator at DreamHack or Dream League, I think.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So,
Swedish?
yeah. So like I saw he had like 10,000 hours in Dota 1 and 2,000 hours in Dota 2, and I thought like I give this 30 minutes. No, it might be a fun game. And
Ah,
now
okay,
and now
nice.
and now I have like 3,000 hours. So yeah,
Okay, what's your MMR now? 4K?
yeah, 4.4 I think. So
4.4.
Ancient 3.
Ancient 3. Okay, let's just write that too. What's your role preference?
My role preference is off lane and mid. Right now I played most in mid, but I
Mm-hmm.
want to improve in mid for sure. I played
Okay,
some
well,
off lane, but I want to like focus on the mid
okay,
role.
so it's really good to have two roles because you don't always get the role that you want.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So we should focus mostly on mid, but also a little on offlane, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Anything else Dota related? Like tell me your favorite heroes.
All right. Let's see. So my favorite heroes, I would say, are probably Shadow Fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Shadow Fiend, I would say.
And
Uh,
Shadowfiend.
uh,
And Shadow.
yeah, Shadow Fiend. I would say Puck,
Pack.
Puck, Queen of Pain, Shadow Fiend, and maybe like uh, Invoker.
Invoker.
Those four, yeah. And
Okay.
off lane,
How
I
about his
prefer.
offlane?
Yeah, in off lane, I prefer like I prefer Nyx.
Uh-huh.
I prefer Sanking. Sanking is by far my favorite hero.
Okay. He's a
And
pretty good hero.
yeah, Sanking, Nyx, and hmm, Tidehunter. Those three.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Sand King is a really good hero right now. He was first picked in the last major. I mean, Bucharest major.
Yeah, yeah.
Like in
Also,
almost every game. So he's really in a good spot. So it's good to play inside the meta heroes. I wouldn't say like I think offlane Nyx is really garbage though.
okay.
So I think like we should focus on stuff that works inside the meta and that you like, you know. So like in the middle of that Venn diagram. So do you have any preferences for like what kind of coaching do you want, or do you just want me to?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, like what do you want?
This particular coaching session, I would like to take a
Hmm?
look at a Death Prophet game.
Death Prophet game.
Yeah, like
That you played or that someone else has played?
I played the Death Prophet.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, what we can do is we can play together. I can be the coach in the game in real time. I can coach you, or we can just play a party game together, or we can watch your replays, or we can watch my replays, or whatever you want. That's fine with me. But if you want to watch a Death Prophet replay that you have, I think that's a good starting point. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I think
Okay.
we could watch a Death Prophet replay, and I think you can do like some kind of
Yeah, just tell
screen.
you what you
Yeah, like screen.
screen share. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it the one from 10 March? 52 minutes long?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay. Downloading replay right now. And I'm gonna change the screen into something less sexy, which is my screen. Yeah. It's this one. Alright. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. It's kind of laggy on Skype. It's a little better on Discord, so if it lags, tell me and I can switch.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, it looks pretty good right now. Like we can change the Discord if you like. Do they have
No, if it's
share screen
lagging.
on Skype as well?
You mean Discord? Yeah.
Yeah, Discord. I mean.
Yeah, they do. Okay. Let's see. The start of the game. You played as mid. Alright, your item build is fine. You could get a Fury Fire instead of an Iron Branch, but it's your preference. I mean, in the end of the day, one Iron Branch doesn't give you more than one damage, right? So I would get the Fury Fire because +1 damage might matter a lot in a mid matchup. And you're laning against a Viper, so it's not an easy lane. It's really annoying. What you want to do in this matchup? Actually, okay, let's start before the matchup. So you look at whenever the game starts, you look at your team, you look at the enemy team, and you make a winning condition. How do we win this game? That's just like, that's your game plan for that game, right? Amazing smoke by your team, meanwhile.
Yeah.
Like, that's so stupid. So anyway, how do let's stop the game for a second, actually. Okay, so how do we win this game? You look at your team, you look at the enemy team. So when you look at these things, the most important thing is your game knowledge. Like, do you know what's the matchup between Nyx and Gyro is like?
I think maybe Nyx is better.
Yeah.
Early.
Nyx, no, Nyx destroys Gyro overall. Like, it's a really good matchup.
Okay.
So what happens is that, yeah, obviously Gyro does AoE damage, etc.
Yeah.
But when Nyx sits on Gyro with like someone jumping on him or something, like if anyone buys a dagger or something, or he buys a dagger, in any part of the game he beats the shit out of Gyro because Gyro is a lot of magic damage and he has rage.
Yeah.
So basically also Nyx builds armor and like AC and shit, which helps your team. So what you need to know at this point is that you're not scared of the enemy late game. And you don't really have to win all lanes and push or something like that. Because a lot of DP games, you have to make this distinction between, oh, we don't have the late game, or like, oh, they can do this and this, so I have to push. Because, DP is a pushing hero overall.
Yeah.
But it can be good in other situations too, like in team fights, in taking Roshan, or overall even farming, just being beefy as fuck and frontlining.
Yeah.
That's where DP excels at. If you're forced to push, sometimes you overextend too. So you don't want to be forced to push, but sometimes you will be forced to push because, you will have a bad matchup on the, late game or something like that. So what you want to do is to make this distinction. In this game, you don't have that distinction. Like, you don't have to push. You just have to play your own game. You're laning against Viper. This is the second thing you think. Overall, the game plan, just get beefy, try to win team fights, secure objectives. Okay, it's just overall, it's just normal.
Yep.
There's no like, uh, there's no like extra thing you have to do. So basically, after this game plan, what you have to do is check your lane. You're laning against a Viper. So Viper is a hero that doesn't take much magic damage. DP is a hero who wins the lane by spamming Crypt Swarm, by getting last hits at the same time. You know,
Yeah.
like basically, you hit the hero and the creep at the same time, so you harass and last hit at the same time. It's the same as Lina. You know, when Lina lanes, Lina uses her Q, same as you use your Crypt Swarm. The Spirit Siphon, on the other hand, is a really good spell when the enemy overextends and you chase them down.
Yeah.
You don't want to dive the tower with it because the towers are really close to the middle now, right?
Yeah.
Like it starts hitting when you're here. So if you go up like here, you're gonna get hit already. But if the Viper comes up here, then you can chase him down all the way and you can do a lot of damage like that.
Yeah.
And the other thing that you have to know is that you have 10 more damage than this guy. This guy has 54 and you have 62, right? So you should be able to get glasses. DP has really good attack animation too. Like so does Viper, but DP's attack animation is really good. You have to pay attention to these. So what you want in this lane is that you want to harass him, but Viper doesn't take too much magic damage because of his passive. So like it's not like super important to force him, but because I don't really think you're gonna get a kill. Like you don't have kill potential in that lane. But you can outfarm him if you play it right. And you can always focus on the denies, especially when you have damage advantage. Okay? So this is what I'm saying in this lane. On the other hand, what else you need to pay attention is later in the game, when this motherfucker becomes 6, he's gonna come hunting you. So you can, for example, if there's a Nyx or a Clockwork off lane or something like that, you can always ask your team, is he 6 yet?
Yeah.
You know? And always pay attention if he's missing on the lane or not. Okay? It's really simple. That's the only thing you can do against him. On the other hand, this Earthshaker, he might try to gank you early game. Because if you move down this ledge, he will just block you in from here. Right? So then if you're stuck there, the Viper can hit you and kill you. So what I would want is one ward right here. And always be careful of the Earthshaker rotations and don't move down the ledge without seeing him somewhere. Okay? So this is like, basically we talked about this for the past like 5 minutes maybe, but this has to go through your head in about like 15 seconds. You know, if I'm explaining to you, then it's not like so fast. But at the start of the game, you have to always do this. For example, my last game, you watched it. In the start, I'm like, okay, so I'm versus a Sky. I need to get a wand first.
Yeah.
On the lane, you know?
Yeah.
I'm against a bounty hunter, but I have a drow, so he can be ganked. If he's not ganked, I can be ganked. If bounty's on me, I might die. I bought a lot of sentries. I devoured a lot, etc., etc. You don't play... When you play mid, you don't just play mid. You play the entire game too. So you have to, you know, like, kind of like guess what the enemy's gonna do. Okay, let's start.
Yeah, have some like map awareness and just like general game awareness and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, this doesn't matter. Oh, he used all his regen.
Yeah, he did actually.
This is good for you because now Gyro's gonna be under pressure, so the Earthshaker has to be top. Ooh. Alright, let's see your block first. Okay, so you miss block.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you, yes. I'm gonna tell you the easiest way to do the block, okay? Double click your portrait and your camera follows it. So then you can just do this without having to edge pen, okay? Did you understand that?
Yeah, I usually click my pick hero thing.
Yeah, F1 or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's still like that just does like just brings you there all the time. This is like super smooth. Camera, okay. Naga's helping you, which is nice. I like that you aggroed the creeps on your side. Let's see. I'm gonna watch this in 1.5. Okay, so when you play DP, bottle is not really necessary. A lot of heroes in middle right now don't go bottle. They just fairy clarities to themselves, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so you tried it there. Did you see? You tried the thing there, but it didn't work.
Yeah,
Like
the
you tried
damage,
to last
level
it.
1 damage
Yeah,
is pretty low.
yeah. So you tried to last it, and like it was the right idea, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. But right now, look, see, you're hitting too early, and he's getting denies. But why is he getting denies when he's 10 damage below you? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, this is just like general laning wise, you're having some troubles here because he's 6'5" and you're 2'2". But at the start of the game, with your damage compared to his, you should actually be winning this lane. He did well himself. Like he lasted pretty decent, but also because you fucked up too. And now with the denies being like so much impact, like you can't let them get denies so easily. See, like you're eating your tango instead of last hitting this. First, do your last hitting, and then you eat the tango.
Yeah.
Like every CS matters, you know.
Yep.
Sometimes I do the same mistake on the offlane. I'm like, oh yeah, I should buy an item from the side shop. I miss a last hit. No, get the last hit and then go. This is like really urgent or something. Like you gotta buy a TP or something. Yeah, let's see. Yeah,
Yeah, missing quite a
yeah.
lot
I
of
mean,
last hits.
yeah, you're buying it null, which is good because you're gonna make a whale anyway, and double null is like that helps you destroy the lane. But it happens, you know. Like sometimes you're not playing well on the lane. Like it happens to everyone. I mean, I can't just say like, oh yeah, you're garbage at laning or something. You know, like I mean, obviously you should. Okay, yeah, so that was really bad. Like you tried to do that, but then you kind of hesitated, and then you couldn't get the last hit even. But yeah, I mean, it's just that maybe you should be focusing on your last thing if you want to play middle. See, you couldn't get this one. You could have actually if you wanted to. Well, what you did? Okay. Are you dead here? You're dead here, dude.
No,
He's dead.
I'm fine.
Really?
Yeah, I have the salt in between the ticks.
Okay. Okay. So listen. Now, when you press your Q, like you wanna hit him and deny, right? I mean, last hit, right? So when you use your Q, what you do is you press on this guy, but you shouldn't do that. Like, let's say you're using Lion Stun or something. You know, you press on the guy. Like, it's not a targeted spell. You can just use it on the ground, and it's got actually a pretty big range, like this big range, like this big range. So if you use it like here and he's standing here, it will hit him and these creeps. But if you just use it on him, it will just use it like this, and you will miss the creeps.
Yeah.
Right. So you like try to use it on the ground, where it hits both of them, instead of using it on, like pressing on the hero or on the creep. You know.
Yeah.
Like use the AOE of the spell, like not the range, but the wideness of the spell to your advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
To get the last hit and the harass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah. That was close.
Holy shit. And that was close for him too. He barely lived as well. But he got a salve, and now you have to go back. This is because you didn't salve. You know that, right? Wait, let's go back here. Okay, wait, one more back. Okay, so here, what you need to do is you Q this. Look, you see, like, you miss your Q, right? You miss your Q, you go way too close. Wait, I'm gonna do that like really slow. Okay. In here, he's solving, right? What I would do is I would use, look, you're too close. This is like unnecessary. Super unnecessary. What you need to do is you need to use it from here to block it and then solve. Because you're low HP. You understand?
Yeah.
Look here. You need to stay here, right here, and just use your Q like this. Instead of you get into the range of the Viper, you get hit and you didn't solve. Like you were too low HP to solve. Okay?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, still
understand
low.
that, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, but you don't use your Q right like it's supposed to be used. You use it like I don't know, like a 2K player uses it, kind of. Just hit the guy, like left click on the guy. That's not how you use it. Like when you left click it on a guy, it uses it like it really gets really close. You get really close, and like it centers that hero.
Mm.
Uh, it gets really close, like basically, let's say, okay, this creep is you, for example, right?
Mm.
Left click on this guy, your Q just like centers him, but it actually hits up to here. And like in this AoE.
Yeah.
In this AoE, right here.
Yes.
This is the cone. But like when you left click on the guy, it just gets way too. If what you need to be doing is almost as like this range creep, maybe a little bit closer, like here, and you just press on the ground, like here, and it will just hit him anyway. You understand, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Okay, let's see what happens now when you come back. So, you know why I'm actually focusing on this part a lot? You had to waste yourself, you had to go back, and now he has like a full level over you, right? Now this lane is really hard to win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is really important that mistake you make. It's good that the Naga is at least helping you. Okay, this is good. All right, that's security lasted with the Q is really good too, because you need it. Now while he's not here, you aggressively deny because you want him to lose. Yeah, you're doing it. See, you want him to lose as many last hits as possible
Yeah.
and as many experience as possible before he's actually here. If you didn't aggressively deny, you would have gotten that XP. See, you go way too close again. If you had used it from here, you would have gotten the last hit and the harass. Oh. Okay. That's good. That was good. Now you can ferry some clarities on yourself. The only problem is this guy's passive. Makes this not like the best play. Yeah, and you have a good ward, and they see him.
Yeah.
Naga's helping. Naga's playing well. Good job.
Yeah, Naga was good.
I think if you had actually used your E on him, there he could have maybe died.
Mm. Does the E slow as well?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It's 10% right now. It's not the biggest slow, but that guy even got the net off there, so. You want to get through these infused raindrops whenever someone has them. Let's see. Well, here it's good because you're not really missing any last hits for going for this room. Ooh, but the shaker, nice. It's good you're faster.
Yeah. He didn't want to use the Fisher, so that was good. Arcane is good, super good for DP.
Mm-hmm. Really is. Overall, though, when you look at Lassus, like he's almost doubling you. He really won this lane super hard. It's hard to win a lane against the Viper. He seems like one of those lane destroying heroes in general.
Mm.
So I would say, don't feel too bad about it.
Yeah,
But
but I
even if
think
he
like
wasn't a
just
wiper, you
yeah,
could have gotten much more last hits, you know.
yeah, for
There's-
sure. I should have used like my Q a lot more efficiently. Like I didn't use it well at all, I think. And yeah, just inexperience with the hero. Haven't played a lot of Death Prophet games.
Yeah, that's true. Look, you did really well there. Sucking both of them made you survive long enough to almost kill this guy. Yeah, it's stick charges, but like you forced 4 people here. The only reason for that is also because your top is destroying. Like they actually took a tower and shit. Like they're just
Yeah,
feeding there, so
and
they'd rather.
Lifestealer is top last hits. How does the net worth look?
Mm, pretty good for you guys actually, because Abaddon's over Viper even. The AA allows almost as much as you.
Yeah.
This is a case of where you win like all lanes except middle, and you know middle's not that bad either. It's a Viper, so like he's supposed to win the lane. But this is also look. Okay, okay. So you go there to help your guy, and it's like a huge mistake. He gets go way too deep. This is way too deep, and it's not necessarily a bad place for him to be there. He's a position 4. He gets to be there. He's trying to set up for a kill, but he gets caught. It's okay. Let him die, go back, right? That's the play here, for sure. You dying for him won't do any good to anyone. Another thing I told you about is that this is around the time where offlaners get their level 6, right?
No.
Like, depends on the time, but 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, these are the level 6 ones. There's a lot of like different lanes, different positions, different whatever, but this is around the time where I'm telling you, before the game started, that you need to be careful of this motherfucker. Because, especially on this kind of MMR, they're very one-dimensional. The way their game plan works is always the same. They don't change it. They just say, I get 6, I gank middle. I get 6, I gank middle. I play clockwork, I get 6, gank middle. Right? So at this point of the game, you should be very overall. You shouldn't even be up here because you don't see anyone. Dota, map awareness. When people say map awareness, they just mean realizing where the enemies are and where you should be. And when people talk a lot, for example, if you watched my casts, me and Singh talk a lot about heroes that show and heroes that are not showing. What's showing is showing on minimap. Showing on minimap gives your enemy the information they need to play the way they want to play. If the clock is not showing, you can't make a play.
No.
By not showing, he might be losing some farm, he might be losing experience, but he also shuts you down. But if you don't listen to this and he's like, whatever, the clock's not showing, you end up dying like this. So there's 2 parts to this where you're making a huge mistake. 2 huge mistakes. One is that top is being destroyed, and the only person showing that is Gyro, and you saw these guys getting middle all the time. There were 4 people here, and they just disappeared. Why did they just disappear? They were actually 4 people. There was Clockwork, Shaman, Earthshaker, and Viper.
Yeah.
Earthshaker's showing bottom, now he's trying to catch up. But there's a lot of chance the Shaman can go from behind you. You're feeling confident because of this ward, but they might as well smoke as well.
Yeah.
So wherever you don't have ward, like here for example, and here, are the more dangerous spots for you to get Clockwork or for you to get a Shadow Shaman. Another thing, okay, like overall the map awareness thing, and you not, like if I were you, I wouldn't even be up here right now. I would be up down here.
Yeah, it's super risky to be up there.
Okay. You're there because Naga is setting up, but don't let people debate you in the shit. The right play is always the right play. If someone's gonna flame you for playing it right, then it's their problem. You don't, you don't need to teach them though. Send them to me and I will. Anyway, this guy is way too deep. There is no reason for him to be setting up right now. it's too greedy, like to fucking dive this tower for a fucking Viper and shit.
Yeah, we might not even
Okay.
kill him, like he's pretty tanky.
Yeah. So what happens here, like the right play, is that this motherfucker, they see him, they kill him. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna come and die too.
Yeah.
I mean, you got my support, but do you guys want the core with that? You see?
Yeah.
So what you should have been doing, like not being here in the first place, plus going back when you realize that you're outnumbered.
Yeah.
Numbers
for
are
sure.
everything in Dota. Like unless you're super duper farmed, which is impossible at 8 minutes in, you can't take on people who are outnumbering you. Right? Like some heroes like they do well in situations where they are outnumbered, like Timbersaw or something.
Mm.
But overall, you really need to be more careful about how the enemy has more people than you, and that you shouldn't be fighting into that right now.
Okay.
So letting people die in your team, especially if they're supports, is an important, like really important play. Like it's like one of the things that will definitely make you go higher. Because if you're being the one who's supporting, then you say, just leave me, you know? I do that a lot, just leave me. I die, but it's okay. I'm just a position 4. I don't give much gold. I don't take farm on the map anyway. If a core dies, you lose so much farm. Like, your support can't farm anyway, probably. So him dying isn't economically ravaging other than not having one hero up on the map to stop the enemy from making plays. But if you die, the mid farm is going to nothing. Unless somebody comes and takes it, but it's kind of risky for AA to be there too now.
Yeah.
So if you die, it's very important. Most of the time, if it's a bad fight, it's okay for you to leave your support there. If your Nyx is dying, and you can make a difference, you feel like you can make a difference by going in there, go in there and try your best to save him. If your Nyx was the one there getting caught, there was no way you could do for him either. So just don't take fights that seem bad, and learn to let people die.
Yeah. I can have troubles with that sometimes. Like I like if I see someone get ganked, I just wanna like try to help. And
Yeah,
not
but
like
I know,
look like
you
a
seem
fool.
like a nice guy. I mean, you died for your Naga, but that's not always the play.
Yeah, it's not to play for sure.
Yeah, let's see how
And
this one.
here we go.
Yeah.
The first hook shot. There will be more.
This is the second. He used it here too.
Oh yeah. Okay, so they're
I mean,
grouping up bottom. Um,
your
I mean,
team, right? They
yeah,
won this tower. I think you just keep going middle now and just push out this wave. Another thing you want to do is you don't want to be on the same lane with your lifestealer. If you're sharing farm with your core, it's a really bad thing. If your lifestealer TP somewhere and you TP somewhere, then I mean same way, then you guys are using the same lane and you're losing a lot of farm doing that. So it's good that you TP'd here, even though your team wants to push bottom, because they can handle themselves. They're strong right now. They're not gonna, feed or die or something. They're feeding, but whatever. I mean, it's not like I don't know. You couldn't have made it there anyway. You're doing the right play by taking advantage of this situation because they went there without you. They knew you weren't gonna be there, and they took a bad fight, but it's not horrible. Meanwhile, they create space for you because the enemies are there, and the way you see it here is that the Viper and Gyro are in the same lane. You see they're hitting the same creeps. Right now, they're getting half the creeps that they're supposed to. You did a lot of damage to mid tower with this catapult wave. You might have used your ulti, but it's like well worth because level 1 ulti doesn't do shit anyway. So yeah, you did the right play, and you're hitting this before you knew that, which is good too. Otherwise, it might get. This is one of the problems. You might get him. Nice. That was well played of you. Don't pussy out from a clockwork there.
What do you think of the skill build on Death Prophet? Like, they just you max your Q, of course,
Yeah,
but do
yeah.
you put like an early level in
It
silence, or
depends
do you
from
just?
time to time. Why would you do that against a Viper? It's not like Viper uses a lot of spells or something. You do that against like a Queen of Pain or something, you know? Or you can stop him from blinking out, or using his combos when he blinks in. Like you have to adapt to the enemy, basically. You can't use the same skill build every game. I play
No,
Brewmaster,
of
right?
course.
Yeah. When I play Brewmaster, there's like 10 billion different builds I go. I go different thing every game. Mid tower is down, top tower is down. You have a lot of fucking map control here. This ward is amazing. Shows
Yeah.
them everything. Shows you everything. This ward from them is garbage. It's way too defensive. Like they needed somewhere here.
Hmm.
But look at this. Now you're actually decent on net worth because of the towers. Plus you're making some of the right moves. Like decision making is super important. You might lose your lane, but you can always come back to the game by doing the right thing. The
Yes.
right thing here is not being on the same lane as Lifestealer unless you YOLO push or like you save him or something. You have ulti, so okay. You should have your TP in your inventory, not your backpack. Maybe you could have gone there. Look, they're so low HP. You could have made a lot of difference in this fight. So, I say don't farm the same lane as Nyx, but you can always react to where Nyx is. You're being pinged because you weren't there. Because you see, you don't have your TP in your inventory, so you can never react fast right now. So right now, if I were you, you don't really need the Void Stone because you're full mana anyway. Just put it there at least, and then I don't know, just like use your Arcane Rune to either push a tower or take a fight, something. This is not jungling time. Having map control means that you can jungle easily. But look at your lifestealer; he's going to kill this guy, and
Yeah.
you're like not there. If you were there, this was a kill. Now this is not a kill. You see? He pinged you. He said, "Let's go and kill this guy," and you were farming this instead. That was a huge mistake. Like you gotta kind of like look for plays to be made. That's what I mean. This ward is great because it lets you do plays. Why? Gyro is here. You know that he doesn't have anyone behind him that's protecting him. The Shaker is way too far. He's not even showing. It means this Gyro was free kill, and you didn't take a free kill position one hero, and that's a huge mistake. You understand that, right?
Yeah. It's a pretty big mistake.
Yeah. So basically, what you need to focus on the most, especially when in a situation like this, is that you need to ask yourself, what can I do? If what can you do, like, if you answer that as yeah, I can just jungle, then jungle. But like, is that really what you can do in this game? There's still a tier one bottom. Your team are making plays top and middle, and you're in neither of them. You have map control. You guys have destroyed the enemy lanes. This is not the time to jungle. This is the time to destroy the enemy,
Yeah.
right? Because
Arcane Rune as well.
yeah,
Should maybe try to, like, we have the ward top. Maybe we can try to get that tower, or
yeah, exactly.
something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, Arcane Rune ulti is amazing because like almost no downtime. You could have popped it right now. It's really good for these charge spells too.
Hmm. He used his shackle. Oh, I mean his X. So the silence wasn't very efficient, I think.
Yeah, the silence was bad because it just made you go back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you were getting him even without the silence. I think you would have gotten him if you popped your arcane runes there and just like E Q chase 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 E Q or something like that. But again, you lost a lot of mana because you didn't pop your arcane rune. If you just popped your arcane rune there, there's a catapult. You have to take advantage of catapults. This tower is dead if you just arcane rune. Now you use it. Okay, let's go. Pop that ulti, girl. Alright, that's good. That's really good. Now you have to make like when you play DP especially team fights you pop ulti, you have to take advantage of it by taking towers, which is something you're doing.
Yeah.
This tier 2 is the most important because it's close to Roshan and it controls the enemy jungle. So this is the most important tower in the game, kind of, for the Dire. If they lose this, they lose the jungle. Well, this is really important too, to be honest, but both. They lose the jungle and they lose Roshan.
Yeah. And same goes for maybe like Dire. That the rage in jungle is important.
Okay. So finish your Yules, which is something you're doing, but don't jungle anymore, dude. This is where you go bottom and just push. You used it with Arcane Rune, right? Just wait for this Sanctuary or whatever shrine. Get your mana somehow. What are you doing? You have no mana. No courier. Oh, this is not good. If I were you, I would have gone back, regent, and then TP'd here and ulted. Or like something like that, you know? Shrined and gone there or something. You know, the shrine was up. You didn't check the shrine timer. You need to always check shrine timers when you need mana or something. Because sometimes it's going to be up in like 10 seconds and you just like don't use it. But at least you're there. And you have somewhat of mana. At least enough to use your ulti, so it's okay. Let's go, let's go. It's time to fight.
This is kind of awkward.
Yeah. I don't know. You have ulti, so you can just go in. You got your heals too? Yeah. I mean, this guy is like shielding you. Just says like, go. Oh, this Naga is so good. Holy shit. What a Naga player. Oof. Oh, nice. Good ulti, good ulti. You're still high enough HP to stay alive with it. You need to go in and suck someone. So much HP drain. You know? Right now, the only way you can live in this fight, you can do anything, is just sucking this guy. Look at the HP drain. Nice, nice, he died. Where are you right now? Why are you not going in? I think this guy was dead if you had healed him. No, it's okay. It's not the worst fight, but it's not the best fight either. It seems like you were kind of clueless a little bit what to do when you popped ulti and you had half HP.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think at that point you feel like, okay, the enemy used clock ulti, enemy used Earthshaker ulti. They're pretty weak. All I need to do is suck one guy, and I'm full HP, and I can just play really aggressive with my ulti. Like I said, you have to play kind of frontline. You have to not be too scared. Worst case scenario, you yield yourself in the air, and you get healed by your spirits anyway.
Yeah, that was like one of the things that, because I feel kind of, I haven't played as Buffalo a lot, so I don't know like how to utilize the hero to the fullest. Like when I pop ulti, I'm not sure like how far I can push the hero. Like when I go back and be offensive.
This spell,
stuff like
especially if you use like 2 people or something, it drains so much.
Yeah.
Alright. Nice, you guys took this tower. Now you wanna rush, which is good idea. Get the pop your ulti for it, to be honest, because otherwise you would take it really slow. But now what happens is that you don't have ulti, you don't go. Like this is bad fight probably. Yeah, you guys died. All right, let's go back a little bit here. This is really important. My man. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to go bottom, but like I think the Naga just went in with Ensnare, and I thought like she seemed like pretty confident. She spoke in the mic like, "Oh, let's go kill this guy," and I was like, okay, maybe a quick pick off something, but then just turns to shit.
Hmm. Well, main reason is that this is the enemy high ground, dude. There's no way they're gonna fucking leave a gyro to die on top of their like high ground almost. There's like people here. There's a clockwork. There's an earthshaker. You will always get initiated on. You will always get saved. You might have gotten this kill maybe, but there's no way in hell these guys don't punish you by killing you both together. The main problem here is that it's just two of you. No one's showing on the map. So there's like no chance the clockwork and the earthshaker isn't here to fuck you up. On top of it, you don't have your ulti. You just popped it for the Roshan. When someone makes a stupid play, just say go back, dude. Don't do it. Like you gotta know the stupid plays from the good plays. People are gonna call both. Like the nice kill on top was a good play, and you called it, and you didn't follow up. This was a bad play, and you followed it up. You know, you gotta know the difference, and you gotta say no or yes.
I don't know. I got debated. She sounds like confident, like we can just kill this guy quick, and I was like, okay. I don't know the damage on my hero that much, like the suck and the plus the Q. But it wasn't enough, so.
All right. This is really good. Ah, what an echo.
Yeah, it's a good echo.
This is a game where if I were, I would have bought a hood. Just because of the AoE damage there, like echo and the gyro. You guys got fucked really hard by that.
Yeah.
So like, use into Octarine is not the play ever. Octarine is way too big of an item, you know? It's good item, as maybe third, but mostly fourth item on DP. When you're trying to play Dota, you gotta make smaller items and progress it. Nobody makes Skadi first item. Nobody makes Shiva's first item, you know? And it's like, there's like, I don't know, it's so necessary. You gotta build it up slowly. So DP items right now, Yules is core, Veil is alright, but like Veil is a small item. You know, something up until 2k, 3k, these are small items. These are things you need 20 minutes in the game. Right? Because they give you power. This point booster doesn't give you shit. 1k gold in your bank doesn't give you shit. If you had finished Veil, maybe it would have given you the armor necessary to survive. Maybe it would have given you the damage amplifier necessary to kill them. Understand? If you're gonna go high ground, don't go with point booster and 1k gold in your bank. Finish your Veil.
Yeah, that was one of the things also, like with the unexperienced with the hero, because I followed, like I took a guide, Tortellini guide, and he said to go Yules into Octarine core, so.
That guy is bad.
Yeah.
Nobody makes fucking Yules into Octarine. You've never seen that in your entire life.
No, I haven't. I was like,
I
was thinking, like when I started building it, like this isn't very good, but I realized it too late.
What you needed to realize the most is that you died, right? You almost died to Echo here. You died a few times around there, here and there, mostly to magic damage. If I were you, I'd have bought Yules and Hood. Not Whale. Fuck Whale. Whale is not that good this game because you're not dying to right click damage, you're dying to magic damage.
Yeah.
So
Do you think Solar Cross
Also,
is a good item on DP?
Solar Crest is an amazing item on DP, just not this game. If you're dying to right clicks, buy a Solar Crest because
Okay.
it's both good defensively and offensively.
Yeah,
No?
like it works with the ulti, right?
Yeah, it does.
Because it's
It does.
physical. Is a Q physical as well, or is it magical?
No, it's magical. You can check it like this. Look, it says damage time magical. Damage time magical.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's basically solo cresting a guy that you're ulting on. Basically makes them blow up. Like armor is really important that way.
Yeah.
When you play DP. But there is like almost no physical damage. Like this guy has no damage. He doesn't do anything. It's just the magic damage that you're like. This game on a DP, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to get use, put even a pipe maybe because they have so much AoE damage, right? You can save your team. It's really important too. Use pipe, a dagger, so you can like jump in there. Dagger is really good on DP. Everyone's buying dagger nowadays. You can just jump in there and start sucking people and just being beefy and frontlining. But to be a frontliner, it's not just the 1.7k HP that helps you, or 1.6k. It's the stats, the use can just like throwing up yourself in the air, the hood magic resistance, shit like that. Like that's super important.
Yeah.
You can't just make an Octarine core ever.
No.
And then fourth item, you can make it Octarine core because then it's fine. Like as the game goes on, you start farming faster too. For you to make a big item 27 minutes into game, it's gonna take you way too long. You're kind of gonna lose just because of this, honestly. Even though you made a lot of mistakes, this one is probably the most game losing. The item choice. If you had pipe, you wouldn't have wiped here.
Yeah, for sure. Better item would be like smaller item into Octarine core later would be good. Would be better.
Next dice, but at least Gyro is the big lift. I don't know. You're supposed to play more aggressive than this. Go in there, dude. Don't be pussy. When you play DP, don't be pussy. Just be. You're super annoying to the enemy team, right? Good use. Oh no, he used himself. What? You didn't use him. What the fuck used him? Oh, this guy used. Okay. Hey, so at this point, you don't really want to push until you get 18 because you're so close, right? Always be like power spikes. If you can take a fight when you're 17, and if you can take a fight when you're 18, try to fight when you're 18.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Now you're 18, now you can just pop ulti and even hit this tower a bit. You have people backing you up. Like if they come, if Sabadon comes, it's really beefy too. Then, next. It's really important for you to take advantage of enemy movements. Like this tower is really low. If you take it, if you kill shrines, you will gain a lot of advantage. But right now you're super, super weak because of the Octarine. You keep dying. And you don't use your heals on yourself so much. You should still use it. Even if it's gonna make you make them waste time for like 3 seconds or whatever, just use it anyway. Don't like have it off to barely use yourself or someone else. You keep dying, see? You keep dying without using this. Let's see how you died there. Okay, so you go in. Okay. This is kind of a huge throw from your team. Like this die kind of stupid, and then you die kind of stupid on top of it. But I don't know. Like I said, this is mostly the item build that's fucking you the most. You know, how are you ever gonna get Octarine dying this many times? You know. Let's see how that goes for you. Okay. You guys got the Aegis. I hope you push with this. You have the cheese. All right. Really good sleep. This is where you ulti, by the way. Nice. All right. Now you go in. You have cheese. Nice. Good job. Good job. Now you use yourself. Good. Now you run, but upwards.
Okay. We can stop watching this game after this play right here.
Okay. We're almost. Oh god.
Yeah.
He's light towards.
Yeah, we can stop watching this game right now. All right. So like, yeah, just a lot of inexperience with the hero, but I think like item wise, like I'm gonna think about it a lot more. Items and building up and.
So let's write here what the summary of this session was. Okay. Let's write first session. DP. Replay. Assessments. Right. Okay. First of all, your laning needs to improve. You need to use your Crypt Swarm far better. I would suggest you write these down too, what I'm writing right now, somewhere, so that you can look later, and then
Yes.
when you play it yourself, you can look back to this and kind of try to check them off. You know, like if you did this in this game. Okay, so your laning needs to improve. You need to use your Crypt Swarm better by targeting the ground and abusing the range and the width. Right? That's mainly the biggest point is this. Secondly, item build needs to improve. Think about buying smaller items before bigger ones, right? This goes for every game. This isn't just the DP thing. When I play Brew, I don't go Radiance first item. I get Soul Ring, I get Wand, I get Boots, I get Dagger, and then I get Radiance, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Item build needs to improve on DP, especially its use, Dagger, Veil, Hood, depending on the game. BKB2, wait. Let's go BKB2. Because BKB isn't even 4k gold, it's like 3.9k gold. Let's say 4k. But like an Octarine core is 6k gold. Octane core is actually 6k gold. Like, there's no way you make that item. Like, in these fights, on top and middle and here and there, you would have had so much more impact if you had a pipe instead of the soul booster or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, these two are the main things. Let's see what else. Decision making. You farm jungle way too much when you can make plays around the map. And then I'm gonna write it here, when to make plays. When you have map control, good deep wards, when you can see the enemy showing. Right? This is when you make plays.
Yeah.
And in these kind of situations, follow your team. Wait, also when you have ulti. When you have ulti or item spikes. For example, you just buy an item, you have to use it, because when you first buy, I don't know, on DP it doesn't matter to me. When you first buy a BKB, you're gonna be super strong because 10-second BKB and they won't know that you have it. You just spent your gold, so you're like having a peak at that point.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So these are the main plays. Another thing is, again, decision making. Let people die if there isn't anything you can do about it. It's bad to die as a core compared to a support. Just letting a support die isn't so bad, but if you die with him,
It's
you
bad.
lose a lot of map control and farm.
Yes.
Yes. Let's see. What else did we talk about? Do you remember anything that I can't remember right now?
We covered laning, the item builds, decision making. Not sure. I think that's pretty much it. Maybe some. Maybe it's like just to play DP in general. Maybe like frontline a bit more.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
positioning maybe.
Yeah, positioning and frontlining. Don't be a pussy with DP.
Yeah.
Go in and saki. Right?
Yes.
You're really strong when you're in the front. But to be on the front, you need to have the necessary farm, items, and positioning.
Yes.
Right? Okay, let's say this. Alright, this is about it for our first session.
Yes.
I hope you.
I will write this down and keep it and
Yeah.
like I think about it when I play it.
Just take a
next games.
screenshot right now if you want, and then you can look at it later.
Yes.
Alright?
Alright.
Okay. We'll talk later if you want.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the coach session, man. I appreciate it. Maybe we can maybe we play some other time, or
Yeah,
maybe
sure.
some other session sometime.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
See you later, man. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye. Aight.